What's up? It's Salty Splatoon's week 5, episode 5. Welcome in. It's your commish, your co-commish. We're gonna run through it quickly. We got another Thursday night episode. Gotta catch the game.
We
Gonna start off
gotta,
with
we got to.
gonna start off with a power rankings. Still at the top, even though she lost at Tex-Mex Anna. I I believe she still has a strong team. She did get beat by Rookie, and it was a good matchup. I just didn't think the cards were in play for her that week. A Rojas moved up one spot, a convincing win. And then you had Savage Jab move up one spot. He's been slowly creeping up. He had a really convincing win. Rookie, what can I say, dude? We counted him out and legit, who would have known? Not me.
Well, at least it's only going to be one person getting the punishment. That's nice.
And then you had Cool Arrow dropped in 3 spots. He did not show up this last week. Interesting. Are we seeing are we seeing something going on here? Will he be dropping out? Been seeing a lot of movement. And then Chubb, I kept him there. I know it said he had -2. That's a mistake, technical error. But basically, Chubb, I think he's been showing you, you know. So I could have swung either way, and we could be talking about a little Chubb 3-1, three
I
one on that.
it's not working. The internet's really bad right now.
Shit.
Fuck.
Fuck.
Like I don't even see you right now. You're like frozen.
It's all right. No, it's fine. We could just record it at another point in time, or just be like, "Hey, had technical issues." We could just uh, figure something out later.
let's do let's keep trying. We have 8 minutes. I'm trying to think what would work. We're probably just gonna have to go. Like we could go fast. Like we could just be like, here's what it is, here's what it is. Like five minute show, like we're losing the internet.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
we can also try to record in another 15 minutes from now, but I don't know that it wouldn't happen again.
yeah, yeah.
Um
Yeah, I'll make it quick. Let's just do a 15-minute. I'll just say, "Hey, we're having technical difficulties. I'm gonna go way quicker," and that's about it.
all right.
So I can just do
The
that now.
the last thing I heard good and didn't have problems with was Chubb. So
Okay, okay,
you could just go from Chubb and we'll go on.
okay. Ready? And then, so sorry guys, we're experiencing technical difficulties, so I'm gonna have to speed this up. And then left Chubb in the power rankings just because I felt like it didn't make sense to bring him out. He only just barely lost. And then
Close.
going into the so we have a transaction review. We already went over the new trade of Culero and Rookie. This was last week, but I did want to emphasize that Diego and Savage Jav's trade happened. Really interesting trades, kind of going either way. Jamar Chase has been going off, but Deshaun Watson has been out 2 weeks. Mike Evans has been benched, but Justin Fields has been more than making up for that. So really, still don't know. It's still up for review who actually won this trade, and then we can continue on.
Right. And then
Finally,
the make sure you don't forget to say that Savage Dav he in his words did good to make sure he got an upside player at quarterback. That was what he was very much
yeah.
wanting to hear on the show. I mean, and he's not
No,
wrong
he
about it.
did. He
Yeah.
did a good job. Like, I mean, he dumped Deshaun and really ended up winning out on that. And he might even go off tonight. I mean, against
Yeah, he's
the
got a good stretch of
Commanders.
games. Yeah, he's got a good stretch
Yeah.
of games. So let's go into the next. The Poppy.
And the Pappy. So you had Tex McSadna with 169, and then A
Shit.
Rojas accumulating way more points, really catching up to Tex McSadna. Jay Moley really high up there, has had unlucky breaks. I think he's faced like the last couple of
Yeah.
highest scores. On top of just me, his points against is the worst in the league. So poor guy. Definitely don't view him as a top three. So I disagree there with the Pappy. but everybody else, I could see that Little Chubb last, Mescal Poppy second to last, and then you got the minutes here. I know he kind of did like a breakdown between the rich, the middle class, and the
The
poor.
poor.
And I think it was all like, I mean, you could flip a couple. J Molly maybe going down a couple spots, I would believe there, at least for now. But everything else, I mean, I kind of agree with. Between Cool Kid and Savage, Savage, I think is getting a lot of disrespect there, especially on the point side. But I mean, I do think he needs to do some tinkering there because I do believe Savage Dev has a really good team. He really hasn't had that bad of a matchup at all. I know you can have you have points for me, Little Chubb, Culero, who have had like sub 100 point games, but neither here nor there. But
Yeah, I think the
yeah.
biggest like thing factoring in against Savage Dav's Poppy is
Hmm.
his points against. I think he's
Yeah.
got the lowest in the league, so it's trying to take
Mhm.
some points
Yeah,
out of him there. So it
I
it
get
it might be from there, but the Poppy Master will have to
it.
educate us.
I mean, we always appreciate the Pappy. And then finally going into the matchups and pick 'em, really, me and your Kokamish pretty much agree on every single one of them. It really just comes down to the Diego Cool Kid matchup. But let's kind of go through them. Kokamish, tell me, what are your thoughts on Mescal versus the rookie? The
This one's
like,
really easy. It's just that Mescal is running a skeleton crew. He has, let
mhm.
me count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players on bye, dude. And it's not even
Yeah, it's
just like
rough.
kind of good players. He's got like 2 starting running backs and kind of a
Hmm.
starting caliber receiver also out.
Yeah.
Like it's this week he's gonna have to eat the L. But at least he'll have some of his bye weeks out of the way, and then no
Yeah.
nothing besides regular business for rookie. So I think it's an easy dub.
Yeah, I agree. Hey, and no one's really been talking about rookie having CJ Stroud, man. Like that was a great
Late
draft
pick,
choice
yeah.
for a late pick quarterback. All my Texans fans out there have not really been speaking much about it, but man has been balling out.
Don't
Like
talk about it.
300.
Don't jinx us, bro.
I'm,
Relax.
I'm new to this, bro. I'm new to it.
My
But
Stroud jersey's in the mail. At least let it get here. Let me wear
at
it one
least let it
time.
get right. But what's it called? Now rookie's been showing out. Mescal, unfortunately, this week he's gonna have to take that out. If he takes a dub, fucking more power to him. But for now, it is looking like rookie might be taking this one. For the next matchup, Culero against Tex Mexana should be a good one. I it's a 3-1-2-2 showdown. Right now, it's kind of looking rough on Culero's side because obviously he's having to play Justice Hill. He's having to play David Singletary, so he's really out of running backs because Eckler still might be out, and who else is this other? I guess he doesn't have any other running back. McKinnon isn't showing out. AJ Dillon is not the starting running back at least right now anymore.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's really what it comes down to. He doesn't have no running backs. So
facts.
unless he makes a trade, then I could potentially see Little swinging things his way. So I mean, that's really what it comes down to for us. And then speak about that Diego versus Cool Kid matchup. What are we thinking?
We're on the other side, but I know it's because you don't want to pick yourself, just for
You know me
the
so well.
brujeria in the air. But the reasons why I think your team would win would be, you worry about Kyron's matchup against Philly. Philly's a good defense. Buffalo doesn't usually cede a lot of yards in the passing game, so Logan Thomas against Chicago, they're going to be up probably running the ball, not passing. So there's a lot of matchup issues here for
Mhm.
Diego. Whereas on your side, you've got matchup gold: Lamar against Pittsburgh, Montgomery against Carolina, the Miami Dolphin Waddle against the
Right.
Giants. There's just bad offenses. I mean, bad defenses all lined up against your team. The
Mhm.
only one that you're probably like worried, maybe could be worried about, is Puka, with
Mhm.
Cup coming back, and then against the Eagles, where they've got a couple good corners. So maybe that, but
Yeah.
you've got some gold matchups. So picking you.
Yeah. I will preface that I am in between Puka and Brees Hall. I do like Brees Hall's um, matchup against Denver, and with the news of Robert Salah saying that he's not on a snap count anymore, maybe that
Maybe.
yeah,
I
maybe
I
that could help
I I
there.
hate when
I
coaches say
don't I
stuff
don't
like
trust I
that.
don't trust
I don't
coaches
believe them.
either. I don't fucking trust their asses. But I do see your points there, but really it's just a superstition more than anything. I do like Chase against Arizona, and I do think it's going to be a high scoring matchup. Madison. I don't like Diego's matchups as much, but
Right.
really that's what it does come down to. So uh, I'm sorry, Diego. I hope you lose. But basically, next matchup is Little Chubb against Jay Molly. We can run through that real quickly. It's going to be a good one too. 2-2 versus 1-3. Can Jay Molly make up for, or can he prove the Pappy right? Is really what it comes down to. And I believe that he has the ability. And I think what me and you are, and I guess the reason why we both chose, I guess I
No,
chose Jay Molly. I chose him because Burrow, yes, it's going to be a good matchup, but Burrow, I think that calf is really hurting him, man. And I don't know. And well, him, and it comes down to him and Pickens. I don't think they're really going to show out this week. And D Hop might be limited this week as well. And I think I like Jay Molly's matchups a little bit better. I
not
don't
so
believe
fast. Let me tell you something real quick. Amon Ra and Saquon, they're not out of the woods yet. They might not play. That's the thing. And if
that
and
is fair.
and if
Yeah.
Amon Ra doesn't play, he's gonna play Higgins. And if he plays
hmm
Higgins,
Higgins is
and Joe
hurt,
Burrow.
man.
Then on the other side, Joe Burrow. So
hmm
then it's like he neutralizes a whole wide receiver. That's the thing about Burrow. Even though I also agree Burrow's like hurt, I
Yeah.
I think that Burrow thing might end up actually working in his favor because he can neutralize Higgins if that happens.
hmm Yeah. I mean, that's fair. And I mean, I could see how Little Chubb could take that one. Oh, matchups just started.
Oh shit! And
Yeah.
Brian
And
Brian
then,
Robinson against Chicago, Stephon
dude,
Diggs
that's,
eating against the Jags. Like there's a
I
lot
see
of
that.
there's a
Yeah.
lot
Yeah.
of ways that he can come through. And Chubb,
Mhm.
man, Chubb gave me everything last week that I could handle. I don't want to play him anymore.
He's
But
been consistent too. He's been really consistent.
yeah.
Um, and then finally, A Rojas versus Savage Dev. We both have A Rojas winning it. I guess let's kind of take a little bit of time and actually analyze this. How are you feeling about your matchup right now?
Well, I already thought it was gonna be close.
Mm-hmm.
I real recognize real. Savage Dad watches the games, he knows the players, so I know he's gonna put together a good lineup. The
Mm-hmm.
thing is the soft spots with Tutu Atwell, with Cooper Cup coming back, and then Jameer Gibbs with the way that Montgomery is getting the volume. I think those soft spots are a little weaker than what I would consider my soft spots would be Mostert against the Giants, which is a good matchup, so he could eat, and then Waller against Miami, which if they're one of the two is probably going to eat, right? It's if
Mm-hmm.
Miami gets up early, then Waller should get a bunch of targets. If Miami, actually, if Miami's winning by a lot, Mostert should get carries. So I think that's more
Yeah.
likely the game script that happens. So I think even my soft spots are in good matchups. So that's where I'm leaning and why I would pick me. But we are seeing, Justin Fields real time right now going off. So I don't know if he goes too hard, then it might not look good. It is gonna make my little Chubb pick look better though, because DJ Moore eating.
Yeah, DJ Moore is eating. But I mean, just gonna add to it, really, like Justin Fields is gonna eat. I mean, that like he already has 9 points right now, right? I mean, I do see him doing a little bit more work with his legs during this game. It's looking like it's gonna be a nice mid to high scoring game. But again, you're mentioning his weak pieces. You're talking about 2-2, Jameer Gibbs. I love the man, but I mean, Montgomery's getting fed. I love that Montgomery's getting fed, right? And I mean, hopefully they do unleash Jameer Gibbs, but then you're adding JMO back. Um, Jamison Williams is coming back. So I mean, whatever receiving work we were seeing, we're hoping Jahmyr Gibbs was going to take away is probably not going to be there anymore. So if anything, that just means that Gibbs might not be on the field as much. Uh, Other concern is maybe Dallas Goedert and Nico Collins there. I know he has quite a bit of players on bye that I mean like Evans, Amari Cooper. So he's definitely kind of a um, fielding a team for I mean some of his bench slots. So it's still going to be a good matchup, but again, I do see your team coming out on top. I think the Eagles are going to have a really good game against the Rams, and then really the only concern there would be probably CeeDee Lamb and or sorry, not CeeDee Waller and Mostert potentially eating. So yeah, that's what it really comes down to. I like both teams. It's going to be a fucking good match. Fields is probably going to give you a heart attack this tonight.
Today I ain't watching. I ain't. I mean, I'm a watch, but I'm a close sleeper, and I'm gonna try not to do the math in my head to be like it's 4 yards of a
Yeah,
touchdown.
yeah. So, I mean, we'll have to see. I mean, it'll be an interesting matchup between y'all, and we'll see how good Dobbs does against the Bengals. I am excited for him. I'm excited to see him play. So, yeah, that's about it there. Hopefully, y'all enjoyed the show. Any last words, Kokamish?
Ooh, I would just say again, I appreciate how much you guys spend in the fab. Love to see that because I'm still sitting with a cool 100. Just one of these days, somebody's gonna come up and I'm gonna just drop the whole 100. Y'all
The
just gotta
whole
do it
100 in there.
all at once, just to fucking flex it. Like to see some more trades. You guys have been doing pretty good so far, but I think the floodgates are going to open up soon once we start getting into more buys and more injuries. So that'll be interesting. Always like and subscribe, guys, and let us know if you guys enjoyed the show. Maybe there's something you want to see going forward. That's it for me, though.
All right. Sweet. Have a good one. We out. Peace.
Peace.